If you've been scrolling through endless lists of office chairs, watching video after video of people boasting about the best back support ever, and still feel like you're stuck in the middle of a spreadsheet with no clear answer, this review is here to clear the fog. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the last few weeks sitting at a desk that's almost identical to the one I use at home, trying out a few different seats, and I'm going to break down exactly why the Haworth Zody might be the one that finally makes sense for you. First off, let's talk about why picking a chair feels like a gamble. In the world of home office furniture, you're not just buying a seat, you're buying a daily partner that will influence how often you stand up to stretch, how many times you have to adjust your posture, and whether you'll spend a weekend with a sore lower back after a marathon Zoom call. The Zody markets itself as an ergonomic forward tilt chair with lumbar support, but the question is whether those claims translate into a real, noticeable difference when you're actually typing, reading, or taking a quick break to sip coffee. I tested the Zody for about a month in a typical freelance setup, a 27-inch monitor perched on a dual arm stand, a keyboard tray a few inches away, and a modest desk height of 30 inches. The first thing that struck me was the dual posture concept. Haworth designed the backrest to accommodate both a forward-leaning position great for focused, task-oriented work and a more reclined, relaxed stance for brainstorming or reading. The forward tilt is controlled by a lever underneath the seat, and you can lock it into a range of angles without needing to fumble with knobs. For me, the forward tilt meant that when I was typing fast and needed to stay engaged, the chair encouraged a natural forward lean that reduced the tendency to slouch. When the work shifted to reviewing a design mock-up, I could easily roll the lever back, and the chair's backrest shifted to support a more upright, reclined posture without any abrupt movement. Now, who should consider buying the Zody? If you spend at least 5 hours a day at a desk, especially if you rotate between intense typing and moments where you need to sit back and think, the Zody's adjustable lumbar support and forward tilt mechanism are designed for exactly that mixed-use pattern. The chair also has seat height and depth adjustments, which means you can fine-tune the fit for a broader range of body heights from around 52 up to about 62 for most users. People who have a history of lower back discomfort but haven't found relief with standard office chairs will likely appreciate the ability to personalize the lumbar pad's height and firmness. The personalized comfort claim isn't just marketing fluff, you can actually move the lumbar module up and down, and the cushion feels firm enough to provide support without flattening after a few hours. On the flip side, this chair isn't the best pick for those who are looking for a minimalist, ultra-lightweight seat that can be moved around a small apartment with a single hand. The Zody comes with a fairly robust base and a wider footprint than many budget models, so it will occupy a solid amount of floor space. If you have a tiny home office and need something that can be tucked under a desk or easily rolled onto a balcony for fresh air, you might find the Zody a bit too bulky. Speaking of bulk, the chair's aesthetic is deliberately understated. Think a soft fog-colored upholstery with subtle stitching, which blends well into both a corporate environment and a home setting. The ready-to-use promise holds true. The chair arrives pre-assembled except for the footrest, which you can attach in under 5 minutes with the included Allen key. No need to spend an hour wading through instruction manuals or calling customer service for clarification. That said, the assembly process does require a bit of a clear floor space, and the footrest's plastic clip can feel a little stiff until it loosens up after a few adjustments. One practical strength that often goes under-highlighted is the chair's swivel and casters. The Zody uses smooth rolling, non-marking wheels that feel quieter than many polymer casters you see on cheaper chairs. In a shared space or a home with a hardwood floor, the wheels glide without scratching, and the 360-degree swivel is fluid enough to let you pivot between a laptop on the left and a second monitor on the right without straining your neck. The base's 5-leg design also distributes weight evenly, which helps prevent wobbling when you shift your weight during long sessions. However, there are a couple of hidden trade-offs worth mentioning. The forward tilt mechanism, while intuitive, does have a learning curve. If you're used to a static chair, the initial slight shift in the seat when you toggle the lever can feel odd, and you might find yourself adjusting your desk height to accommodate that tilt. That said, after a day or two, most users adapt quickly. Another point is,